There's a little more in-depth, longer version, so you can get more of an idea of what you're going to get. All the different letters with magical things. Got an anchor chart. You change it however you want to match what you currently have. We have different backgrounds. Can be used for whatever. Blank banners with the house colors that can be used for whatever you need. Rainbow's kind of the theme with all 6 houses. Okay, the individualized daily behavior report. Really cute, crystal clear, good choices. Wandering off course, potion explosion. Let's fix this. Okay, this could be for an individual who needs help. Also class-wide behavior. In every folder, there's an About Me section that talks about how I would do it. Okay, and then they're brewing the elixir of excellence. Okay, when we earn 10 ingredients, you can change that to 15, 20, whatever you want. Also, optional potion ingredient thing, you can laminate and write down what the potion ingredients they need are and check them off as you get them, and also use like some Velcro to Velcro them in there. Okay, we have birthday banners and an idea on how to lay it out if you want to, with them filling out individualized cupcakes, and you could put them up for each month or do the whole thing at once. As well as there's the cupcakes, and then there's alternate ones that don't have this parchment background, they have a plain color background. We've got the calendar itself with different holidays on there. Okay, a Canva link for editing things if necessary. We have class goal progress, kind of like a house cup at the end of the year. It's the obelisk of honor. There's a plain white background with all the pieces for cutting it out and laminating it and then assembling it on the wall in your classroom. There's the image of it by itself, both big printable ones. There's certificate depending on which house won. There's these the names for which house won that you can put at the bottom with like Velcro. If you want to pause the video to read it here. Okay, I talk about ways you set it up and how you can do things. There's glowing runes that students can place in the house colors on it to show progress throughout the year. There's class jobs. There's a poster you can put up with all the different possible classroom jobs in the picture. It explains them. And I also have it where there's a scroll at the bottom if you want to write their name with like marker each week and then erase it. You could have them all hanging up. And then there's one that doesn't have the scroll. And there's one that has an explanation underneath it if you want. And then they can clip their names to it. Here's links to edit a bunch of it on Canva. Okay, we got classroom labels, ones that are horizontal, and ones that are vertical, including circular ones. And we have alphabet letters in bronze and gold and silver so that you can make any words you want. There's school themed clip art here that you can use for whatever you need. There's house crests that are in black and white, and alternate ones that are a little bit more complex, depending on like if you're going to be cutting things out or not. You might want simpler ones, or maybe you like the complex ones better. Okay, it's the same alternate with pretty much all the alternate crests available and things with crests. Okay, there's the color version, and we have the symbols in the color, the metallic, and the black and white of everything as well, including alternate ones. And then we have the school crest. Okay, there's black and white with like 4 different options. One where it's empty, just has the words written on the scroll. One where it's completely empty. One where it's completely filled out, and one where it's filled out with the symbols, but the scroll is empty, so you could put whatever saying you want in there. Maybe you have a classroom saying. And then we have miscellaneous. There's bulletin board borders. There's different certificate borders. There's realistic and less realistic wax crests for each house and also the school that you could use for like important certificates and stuff as like a seal. Yeah. Speaking of, there's really cool. I'll show you the different clip arts while I talk about this. You could order in from Amazon for like $20 an actual like wax seal stamp of the picture of the house crest or the school crest, and then there are wax sticks that you can order that go in glue guns, which make it super easy to like make an actual, and it's not very expensive either overall, actual like stamped crest on there in wax. And even my high school students think that is really cool. So there's that option. The crystal balls, got lanterns, some plants, potions in all the colors in black and white. There's all the different colors of pennants. There's different spell books, front and back. You can make them say whatever you want. Just download it as a picture and upload it to like a Google Drawing or Canva, and then you can put wherever you want on it. Okay, and we got first week starting the class. We got the school crest that you can print into stickers if you don't do like an actual wax thing. If you do, I like to have these waiting on the student's desk for them when they arrive for the first day. Or I mean, if you had their addresses sooner, you could send them out, but I know we don't our elementary teachers don't tell kids who's in their class until like a day before. So we have the acceptance letter here. You can change it however you'd like. Then we have like blank letterhead. We have this where it's really easy to print it off. And again, on a lot of these, I give you instructions on how to use everything, how I would use it, how I do use it with my high school version. Okay, and then we have the Essence of Me. This is a really great bulletin board to start off the year with. It's getting to know them. There's an idea. You get these borders. You get the Essence of Me banner. Okay, there's the potion bottle clip art. Okay, there's recipe templates. It looks weird here, like it would print on it, but if you print it, it prints below it and it's perfect. So do like a test print of it to see if that works. And if you have like a really great color printing budget, I also gave you like parchment color background as an option. It'd be easier for them to color this one in though, especially if they're working on them fine motor skills. We got house sorting info. There's a junior version questionnaire where you can edit the 2 pages. If you like all the questions, you can just use the PDF version. Here's the 2 pages for the older kids that you could edit. And if you don't need to edit PDF version, there's a key. There's also a sorting ceremony slideshow if you want to use using the sorting scroll. You just input the student's name and copy the slide how many ever times you need. I do it in alphabetical order when I sort them. Then we have spell energy and house points. Okay, we have an empty house point jar. We have all the different colors of jars slowly filling up if you decide to do like a digital display. If you have older kids who have like tablets or Chromebooks and you do digital display. If you want to do an in-person display, here's an idea. You can use regular paper in those colors and then do the library pockets around their big print-offs of the jars, like on 1117 paper, and then you can slowly color it in or use construction paper to make it look fuller over time as they gain more. We got the library pockets that you can cut out and assemble, as well as the alternate design ones. Okay, we have the spell energy tickets that you can print off, or you're more than welcome to use like actual tickets if you have them, if that's easier, and they don't all have to be in the rainbow colors. Again, you do whatever works for you. But I include another about me on how I would use it. Then we have the Tome of Triumph. This is like a little individualized thing to recognize kids who are another way to recognize them for doing great. I have it by like all the houses as well as like a blank one, but they could print this off. They could keep it in the front of their binder or like on the cover of a binder or something, and then slowly collect them. I got color ones they can color in if they need that fine motor skill support. Okay, and then we have the name of it and also what it would represent, what student trait it recognizes. So there's something for every student, hopefully enough for them all to fill it up and feel really proud about themselves. And we have wand bulletin board idea where there's a wand border. There's lots of different ones, like all the different wand possibilities that you can print off. Coloring pages for all the possible wands. You could print off only the ones that you think your students have the dexterity to color in, or if you want, you can print them all off. Here's a document with all of them already in it. Nice. Then we have house banners. There's double-sided printed ones there that I hang up at the end depending on who won. I hang them up around the room. 11 by 17 is how I would do that. There's also there's flags where there's extra over here so you could wrap it around a wooden dowel. I cut a styrofoam ball in half and stab the wooden dowel in it so it stands up, and you can have them stand up on their table desk or whatever, somewhere around the room on top of cabinets. Then how we get home, made sure to include that as well. You can have this sign up and then hang below it on like some ribbon, each one of these things, and then clip their name with like a clothespin onto the one that how they get home. We have a morning meeting slide deck. There's an editable one on Canva. I include like the tapes that were used in different rainbow, and then there's like some different alternate fronts covers for it, but like here's what you can expect, and you can change it up however you'd like, of course. Then we got name tags for tables. We got a less color printing version and a more colorful version. Same options for the alternate ones. We got a number line of 1 through 100 of gems. Schedule cards, we've got like 37 different possible schedule cards there. Sensible spells is what they can use their spell energy on. Okay, there's edible cover option, non-edible. You can delete any of these that don't work for you. I give you a Canva link to the design so you can change them if you want to change the amount of spell energy it costs or what the spell itself is. Okay, this is the link to that. Okay, another spell offers like a certificate of praise. I give you a couple different versions that you can set as a background and edit on Canva however you'd like. Another possible spell is adopting a creature. I have traditional magical creature adoptions in all of the colors, like for example, Phoenix here in all the house colors with the little house crest. Okay, but you can do it however you want. They could adopt different colors if they want. You can just put their house crest next to it. But I have links to all of them to create template links so that you can edit them how you want. Then I also came up with new magical creatures that don't exist. And so we have brochures on how to care for them that you can give to the kids when they adopt it. And then we have their certificates for them to adopt, where it's just a certificate. They sign their name, they put their whatever. Or this one where it prints the care on the back if you don't want to do a brochure. Okay, another fun thing to do is you could have them pick at the beginning of the year who their house mascot is, and it could be one of those creatures. Okay, there's the template links for everything. Okay, and then we have table tags, colorful, less colorful, alternate versions. And lastly, the yearbook, which is just like a fun way for you to keep track of who was in what house year after year. The memories are great to keep. I showed you I'd put them in one of these, is what I do with my older class. But I hope you really consider buying it, because I know I really enjoy making my classes more like Harry Potter. It's fun. Kids get into it. They want to win and have the most house points. I imagine even younger kids would have more of a buy-in. My kindergarten age son did the Essence of Me thing and really enjoyed it and loved picking out his wand and coloring it. So I think it would be really fun, and you'd probably really enjoy it, especially if you're a big wizarding fan. So I hope you consider purchasing it. Thanks.